Now we continue with the part number 2. So, in this group of years, remember, we use the number 12, 15, 16, 17, or 19 plus the word 100 when we have the final two zeros, okay? Now, let's go with this next set of years. So, in this case, when we have different numbers, yeah, like in this case, 1786, we say them or write them in groups of 2. So in this case, it is 17, 17, 86, 1786, 1786, 1786. The same case for this one. We don't have any problem if we have a zero at the end when the other three numbers are different. Hmm? So in this case is 1810, so we say 1810. The same for the other case, 1911, it would be 1911, 1911. Okay. And this one, 1950. No importa si tenemos un cero al final, lo leemos 1950. El asunto es cuando tenemos dos ceros al final o dos ceros en el centro. So in this case, 1950, 1950. Okay, and finally, this year, 1993, the same in groups of 2, 1993. Okay, now we continue with the next category. In the next category, we have fund numbers. In the case of the fund numbers, remember that the methodology is to type them or say them in digit by digit. Okay? Dígito por dígito. So 3, 1, 1. You can use hyphens or you can use comas. It's the same. 3, 1, 1, 4, 3, 5. Y in this case, remember that 00, 30, we don't say 0, 0, but we say O, O, 3, O. Los ceros se leen como O's, como letra O para los phone numbers. So the same for this case, remember digit by digit. So it would be 3, O, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 07. Okay, let's continue with the other phone number. It will be 3, 2, 1, 9, 8, 7, 1, 3, 4, y el último cero, the final zero is like O. No zero. Okay, we continue with the next category of numbers, and we got decimal numbers, decimals, okay? So in this case, 0.1, we normally say 0.1, yeah, but we have a mistake because we never, or we mustn't say 0. So we only say 0.1, 0.1. So we're going to change the color of these phone numbers too. Okay, so remember, no 0.1, but only 0.1. The same for this one, 0.2, 0.2. The next one is 0.3, it would be 0.3, just like that. 0.4, 0.4, that's good. The next one, it would be 0.5. Good job. The next one, 0.6, it would be 0.6. 0.6. 0.7, it would be 0.7. Okay. 0.8, it would be 0.8. That's right. The next one, 0.9. Got it. And we continue with the next group of decimals. What happened if we have 0.03? What happened with the first one? So in the same case, we never use 0 at the beginning. We don't. So, and we start with point. Okay. Es decir, el 0 a la izquierda del punto de la coma nunca se lee. Los que están a la derecha, sí. Entonces, en este caso, so in this case, we would say 0.03. 0.03. Be careful. In this case, 0.04. 0.04. The next one would be 0.05. The next one would be 0.09. 0.09. And that's all, according to the decimals. Don't forget it. The next one, the next category is fractions and ratios. Fracciones y razones. In this context, we can say un medio in the context of fractions, un medio, so in this case in English it would be 1/2. Or in an informal way, it would be a half, sorry, a half también. However, the most formal one is 1/2. Tres medios, in this case, we say 3, but we don't say half. Why not? Because half is for medio, mitad, singular. Por decir medios in plural, we need to write halves. Halves. The same, 5 medios. It would be 5 halves. 5 halves. Ahora, in the context of stats, estadísticas, or ratios in this context, or in this case specifically, we say 7/12. Lo que estamos diciendo es 7/12. O, in another case, we could say 7/12. Si me quedan 7 preguntas correctas de 12, ¿sí? Se puede 7/12 o 7/12. 7/12. In the case of this one, it would be 4/13, 4/13, or we can say 4/13, ¿sí? O 4/13 o 4/13. It's almost the same. 3/10, it would be 3/10, 3/10, or we can say 3/10, 3/10. And that is the topic about fractions and ratios. Now we continue with the final part. The final part is the most interesting because we speak about informal money. So, in the context of informal money, we have, for example, this, $1,100. So, remember that in this case, in the formal context, we would say this, in the formal context. Entonces, en formal money sería $1,100. $1,100. However, in the context of informal money, we say, we separate in groups of 2. De nuevo, separamos en grupos de 2, como si dijéramos 100. 100. So 1100, 1100, ¿sí? 1100, separamos de a 2. And after that, we can add the word or dollars or bucks. Recuerden que la palabra bucks, remember, es la manera informal de llamar a los dólares, como decirles dolarucos, verdes. Remember that in Spanish we have different options for call pesos. So le decimos lucas, pesares, melones, palos. We have different ways too. So, in the context of $1,200, separamos mentalmente en dos, como si dijéramos 12 y 100, sería 1200, y le podemos poner bucks, 1200 bucks, 1200 dolarucos, o $1,200, es la manera informal que sería. Let's continue with $1,500. Separamos mentalmente en dos, 15, 100. So it would be 1,500 bucks. 1,500 bucks. 1,500 bucks. Lo mismo, or the same for $1,600. We separate in groups of 2 in our minds, and we say 1,600 bucks. 1,600 bucks. The next one. $1,700. So we separate in groups of 2, 1700. So we say 1,700 bucks. 1,700 bucks. And the final one in this category, the $1,900, it would be 1,900 bucks. 1,900 bucks. Okay. Now let's continue with these other two. $2,100, it would be 21,100. 2,100 bucks. It's more common to have this type of numbers in this category. It's not very common in this one, but it's the same methodology or method. Okay, let's continue with $2,300. 2,300. So we say 2,300 bucks. 2,300 bucks. You got it? Ahora, when you buy drinks or food, cuando vamos a comprar comida o bebidas, lo que sea, en tipos de negocio como los drive-thru, que son los servicios, por decirlo así, cuando vamos en nuestro auto, pedimos por una ventanilla, damos la vuelta y recibimos el pedido por otra ventana, que es muy común este tipo de negocios en países como Estados Unidos. Tenemos normalmente este tipo de dinero, ¿m? Este tipo de cifras monetarias. Por ejemplo, $5.99. So, in this case, in formal money, we would say just 5.99. Eso es lo que vamos a escuchar cuando interactuemos con americanos o nativos, por ejemplo en Estados Unidos, y nos mencione este tipo de dinero. Digamos que formalmente, we will say $5.99. 99 cents. Pero no va a ser común el escuchar este tipo de dinero de esta manera, sino que por practicidad 5.99, 5.99, así de simple, sin nada. De hecho, es opcional el uso de la palabra bucks. Acá sí que no se usaría, ya que lo más práctico es decir la sola cifra sin nada, sin point, sin dollars, bucks, sin nada, sin cents. Lo mismo acá. So, $3.50, it will be 3.50. 3.50, 3.50, así nada más. 3.50. ¿Ok? Que formalmente sería $3.50. Lo mismo acá, $12.50. Sería como decir 12.50. So, 12.50. 12.50, sin nada. ¿Sí? As I told you, remember, it's optional, the use of bucks. It's optional. La idea acá es generar practicidad. ¿Por qué? Porque hace parte del concepto de comida rápida. La idea es agilizar todo el proceso. Let's continue with this one. $2.50. 2.50. ¿Por qué utilizamos solo 50 y 99? Porque son las tarifas más comunes. Que algo valga tales dólares con 50 centavos o con 99 en el caso de las offers o de las ofertas. In the case of 12.50, 12.50. 12.50, 12.50. Y por último, or finally, we have this group of numbers. Ya son los que se configuran como los miles. Tenemos el caso de $20.000, $25.000, $40.000 y $60.000. Remember that in formal English, la parte formal, este número debería leerse el $20.000 como $20,000. $20,000 formalmente. Sin embargo, en este caso, la palabra thousand va a ser reemplazada por la palabra grand. So we say 20 grand. 20 grandes. 20 grand. The next one. 25 grand. 25 grandes. $25.000. The next one. $40.000. It would be 40 grand. 40 grand. And finally, $60.000. It would be 60 grand. Okay? So this is all the information about the numerical part. Don't forget to study very well the orthography of numbers, and you can make other exercises in your notebooks. Thanks for your attention. See you later. Bye.